White House physicians monitor everything about a president, including his cognitive ability. Most presidents don't talk about that, of course, but this president was happy to, in great detail, when asked by our Dr. Siegel. Watch.
Presidential health, or health of a candidate, is going to be on the table, of course, as it always is. And I've been someone always asking for that. I've seen a lot about your health, being in good health. What do you think should come out or be the attention regarding Vice President Biden?
Well, I think we have to be in good health. I'll tell you what, this is a very important job, to put it mildly. There's nothing like it. And I will also say, and I think I've had to work harder than others because I've been attacked from fronts that nobody ever got attacked on, with fake investigations, fake Russia, Ukraine. I mean, nobody's gone through, and yet I've done more than any president in the first 3 years in history. There's no president that's done what we've done with rebuilding the military, the judges. We'll be up to almost 300 judges, including 2 great Supreme Court judges, at the end of this term. So it's really something that's been great, but you need stamina, you need physical health, and you need mental health. And because you have so much fake news, every once in a while you'd say, first they'd say, he wants to take over the world, he's going to take over the world, he's a dictator. The next day they'll say, he's crazy. The next day they'll say, oh, he's incompetent. The next day they'll say something. So the last time I was at the hospital, probably a year ago, a little less than a year ago, I asked the doctor, I said, is there some kind of a cognitive test that I could take? Because I've been hearing about it, because I want to shut these people up. They're fake news, they make up stories. I mean, like, I'll do an interview with you. I didn't say you can't ask me about this. I say, ask me anything. I did one with Chris Wallace. He was nice enough to say, he said, I just want to tell the audience there was no question that's off bounds. Okay, and he's a tough cookie, and it was a good interview. I liked it. I enjoyed it. And it was good. But I didn't say you can only ask this, you can only. We have to be sharp. If you're in the office of the presidency, we have to be sharp. So they were saying all these different things. It was going all over. Whichever stuck. None of it stuck, fortunately. But one of the reasons it didn't is that I took a test. I said to the doctor, it was Dr. Ronnie Jackson, I said, is there some kind of a test, an acuity test? And he said there actually is, and he named it, whatever it might be. And it was 30 or 35 questions. The first questions are very easy. The last questions are much more difficult. Like a memory question, it's like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV. So they say, could you repeat that? So I said, yeah. So it's person, woman, man, camera, TV. Okay, that's very good. If you get it in order, you get extra points. Okay, now he's asking you other questions, and then 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes later, they say, remember the first question? Not the first, but the 10th question? Give us that again. Can you do that again? And you go person, woman, man, camera, TV. If you get it in order, you get extra points. They said nobody gets it in order. It's actually not that easy, but for me it was easy. And that's not an easy question. In other words, they ask it to you, they give you 5 names and you have to repeat them, and that's okay. If you repeat them out of order, it's okay, but it's not as good. But then when you go back about 20, 25 minutes later and they say, go back to that question, they don't tell you this, go back to that question and repeat them. Can you do it? And you go, person, woman, man, camera, TV. They say, that's amazing. How did you do that? I do it because I have like a good memory, because I'm cognitively there. Now, Joe should take that test because something's going on. And I say this with respect. I mean, it's going to probably happen to all of us, right? It's going to happen. But we can't take a chance of it happening. When you're dealing with Russia, and there's nobody been tougher to Russia than me, nobody been tougher to China than me, I can tell you right now, they would love to see Joe Biden instead of Trump. We've taken in billions and billions, tens of billions of dollars from China, which they never gave us anything. They had the worst year before the plague came in. They had the worst year just about in their history, 67 years. It was the worst year they had in 67 years before the plague. And we were doing great. We had the best economy. But we have to have somebody that's sharp if this person isn't sharp, because I can tell you, President Xi is sharp. President Putin is sharp. Erdogan is sharp. You don't have any non-sharp people that you're dealing with, and we can't have somebody that's not 100%. So what I did is when it's a public test, and he said, if you take this test, we may have to reveal it. I said, it's all right. I mean, is it tough? Tell me about it. I'd never heard of it. And I got a perfect mark. And the doctors they said very few people can do that. Very few people get that. You understand? It's not that easy. There were other questions tougher than what I just did. But it's not that easy. But as soon as they announced my score and that test, all the stuff went away about me. Is he competent? Remember, they're talking about 25th Amendment and nonsense. And they said, wow. And even the enemies, they don't say that anymore. But they do say it about Joe Biden. And honestly, he should take the test. In a way, he has an obligation to, because you have to be able to show this country that the person that we're picking as leader is sharp, because we're dealing with people that want to do very bad things to us if they had the chance. And you have to be sharper than them. So in a certain way, Joe Biden has an obligation to take a test like that one or something else.
There's more to Dr. Siegel's interview with the president. You can catch it on Shannon Bream's show tonight at 11 p.m.